All right, Clive, welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. So there have been some developments in your story since you were here last. Refresh my viewers' stories because I posted your first video months ago. Just give us like a paragraph or two of your story.
Thanks, Mark. I was here a few months ago, and talking about my homelessness, and I'm back today to kind of refresh those people who are already seen the video, and now also to tell
A lot of people wanted to support you.
the people, that are supporting me or would like to support me.
Yeah.
There are a few people that I met, and
Well, before you get into who's helping you, let's just do a recap of your story. You lost your son tragically.
Yes. The last time I was here, I talked about the loss of my son, and that the loss of my business.
You were in the restaurant business.
Yes, I was in the restaurant business.
You had a restaurant, right?
Yes, our restaurant, Brownstone Bistro, located in the mid city. I lost my restaurant after 11 years, and
After your son was
the death
murdered.
of my son, my divorce came through about the same time as everything else, and it left me homeless. And being homeless is one of the hardest things that I've encountered. Trying to survive. My experience being homeless was terrible. I slept on some tents. I opened my eyes. There's some big rats that I've never seen in my lifetime, and those rats. You try to get for them to move. They stand there looking at you.
They chase you.
Yeah, they're ready to fight you.
Yes.
And it was very scary. I lost a lot of things. My personal things. I bought 2 bikes in a week. It was stolen right in front of my eyes. Without me even see. I don't know. See how that happened, but things like that happen. I try hard to get away from this kind of life because I'm not used to this at all. So now there's some people in my life who are helping me or intend to help me. At the moment, I'm in a motel being financed by one of the angels, I call it, these people. And there are others who take me around to get my hair cut and, would purchase clothes for me. And so, again, I got to be thankful because things is looking better since the last time I was here. And
And you started, or someone helped you start a GoFundMe?
yes,
campaign?
there was an angel who actually put a GoFundMe page together, and it was already together before I even met her.
Wow.
Yes,
Great.
and I never known that could happen. But
So you have a bank account tied to it and all that?
yes. So we got together, and
That's great.
the bank account is tied together. And
I'll put a link to it in the description of this video, as well as your other video, the
Okay.
first one.
yeah.
And where are you at today? So,
I'm I'm in mid-city at a motel.
and what
and-
are your hopes and plans here?
My hope and plans moving forward is I would love to get a food truck, a catering truck. And this is all connected to what I do best. I'm a chef by trade. And my main objective to getting a catering truck is to come back and help some of these homeless people who would like to move forward. Also, all along, I love to work with young, upcoming chefs to try to help them to get their focus on something positive, in their lives.
That's great. And so you still have other family that's still around. You have kids?
Yes, 3 kids. My first mom who passed, and my second son who's at Howard University, and he's majoring in civil engineering, and then my daughter who just graduated from school here. She was accepted in Southern University. She's a med student.
Your
She wanna-
daughter?
Yes, she want to be a doctor.
Oh, that's excellent.
Those my kids, they make me proud. And even I must say, my son who passed, he left a good, some good footprints for upcoming kids. Because again, my son was the poster boy against gang violence. My son was never in the gang, but of course, he became the poster boy against gang violence.
Yeah.
The city, the police department, the churches took my son as their own and make sure the world understand that my son was my gang member. He did a lot of good for gangs.
Yeah, the gangs are out of control in South Central.
Even in his passing away, after his death, you know, my son was talked about.
That's great. So you have some people that are helping you, and
Yes.
that's got to be very encouraging. I mean, to go from being homeless and losing
Yes.
most things in your life, including
Yes.
your son,
Yes.
to having some people that are coming out of the woodwork just to kind of help you get your
Yes.
life together is a beautiful thing, right?
Yes, very beautiful. And like I, explained to all the people I met so far and helping me, I just say, call them an angel, because these people just saw me, and like one guy said to me, I just hear his story, and I told him my story, and it was so amazing. He said, I'll be back. But I never think I would ever see this guy anymore. And he was back in about 45 minutes. And I was standing in the middle of the street, trying to collect some money for food and for housing if I could. And he said, after he came back, he said, let's talk. He took me over to the side of the street where we were parking, and he went in his parking. And he said, this is for you. This is for your next few night hotel. It was like $400. I was like, I never think that would ever happen. And the guy took me the next day for a haircut. He took me to eat. I'll keep telling. He said, get what you want from the stores. And whatever clothes, I said, I cannot buy it. I don't want nobody to give me all these clothes. There's nowhere to put these clothes. People are going to steal them. He said, at least get 4 pairs of everything. I'm in the store, and this guy, I said, it's too much money. He said, don't worry about it. Jesus paid for these already. I was like, so he said, amazing. And this guy is back and forth, making sure that I'm okay. He's a producer. He went to another state, and he got sick. Convenient. Yeah.
And what happened?
So he's still in the recovery right now.
Oh, okay. So he didn't pass away. He's just sick.
No, yeah, but I was like, I felt it from my heart, like, wow,
Yeah, there are people out there that have good hearts.
Yeah.
But having said that, I'll say that not everyone I interview on my channel has the potential to do what you're doing. You came from a successful life. You were on the Gordon Ramsay show, right?
Yes.
And you have a pedigree. You've been trained. You're very talented, and so what is required to build a business and make it successful.
Yes.
You just kind of got lost with the murder of your son. And divorce can break the guy at the at the kneecaps and a lot of things that just kind of took you down. But I believe, like a couple other people I've interviewed, that you have the potential to do everything you can to get your life straight again.
Yes.
So it's easy to help someone like you, because we can imagine you having everything you dream about very easily. Whereas some of the drug addicts, they'll tell me one thing and do another, and it's just hard to move forward with helping them. And you can accept it too, because so that's a big part of it. Also, is having the interviewee accept the help that he's being given.
And so far, I must say I'm blessed, and I've been thankful, because for the past few weeks, 2 of the angels put me to stay in a motel, and I'm feeling bad because they're paying so much money just to accommodate me in a motel. But I'm like, wow, But I must say thank you to all those people who are supportive of me. And, I crave the help, and I need the help.
Well, your story was heartbreaking, and
Thank you.
It's satisfying for people like myself or the people that have come out of the woodwork to help you
Yeah.
to be able to do something for you. Because to see somebody like you just living on the street
Yeah.
it's just difficult.
And I must say, Mark, that the experience on the street, I'm thankful for that experience, but it's kind of hard for me because, again, this experience I will, and I continue to share it with people because they would not understand. They would not even understand what happened in the streets. It's so dangerous, and so these people have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they care about nothing. And I'm like, I said to one guy, you know, because in 10, somebody got hurt and they were about to burn the tents down. And I told another guy who next door, I said, you know, I'm going to stay here to make sure that everything is safe. He said, don't worry about it. I don't care. I was like, wait a minute. This guy lives next door. You guys talking about that. You don't care? And those things gonna hurt me. Like, they don't care if you're dying. They're not gonna help you.
Yeah.
So I can't be around this
No.
because I close my eyes
Yeah,
sometimes.
Sometimes things are just not fixable. But it's nice to see you trying to climb out.
Yes.
And we'd love to help you out.
Thank you.
So there'll be a link in the GoFundMe. I'll put it in the description of this video, as well as your first video, and maybe I'll repost the first video or something just to refresh everyone's memory of your story. And I wish you lots of luck with your food truck
Thank you, Mark.
and your future. You deserve it, man.
Thank you. I'm ready to take on the world.
Awesome. Thank you, Clive.
Thank you. God bless.